G'day folks, my name is Felix Molski. I'm a volunteer with Kosciuszko Heritage based in Sydney. On public view for the first time in Australia, but not the world, is this statue of Thaddeus Kosciuszko and Agrippa Hull. Introducing it, I'll talk about liberty, two great freedom fighters, and Tracy H.Sugg, whose wonderful sculpture shows the two freedom fighters working together at a moment in time during a key point in the history of liberty. About a month ago, an identical statue was unveiled at the US Military Academy at West Point, one of the best in the world. It's on a bank of the Hudson River and about an hour's drive north of New York. Originally, West Point was a fortress in the American War of Independence. Thaddeus Kosciuszko was the military engineer who spent 28 months building the West Point fortifications, and Agrippa Hull was his military aide. American Commander-in-Chief George Washington selected Kosciuszko as the best person to build the fortress at this key location where Americans would win independence and establish freedom in the world for the very first time. Washington had concluded that whoever controlled the Hudson River would win the war. The British Navy already controlled the coast, so if it took control of the Hudson, the revolutionary colonies would be cut off from their supplies. West Point was the key to the Hudson. Here, the British sailing ships would be a sitting target if they tried to negotiate a 90-degree bend. Here was the key to liberty. All of us have free will, and we must choose between good and evil. In essence, this inner conflict is embodied in the struggle between liberty and tyranny. In the triumph of liberty over tyranny, through history, there have been heroic individuals who, to this day, serve as role models for humanity. People have an inherent need to express their sense of thanksgiving for the blessings bestowed on them by people who have gone before, especially blessings bestowed by people who have willingly put themselves in harm's way so that others can live free. One means of honouring such noble deeds and heroic individuals is by building a memorial of one kind or another. Consequently, there is and always will be a need for people like Tracy H. Sugg, who are gifted with artistic ability to create works worthy of such noble deeds. In this statue, Tracy depicts Agrippa Hull in Kosciuszko's garden, delivering an important letter from George Washington. Kosciuszko built the garden with his own hands while at West Point. It's one of the oldest continuously existing gardens in America. Agrippa was a free-born African American who was awarded the Badge of Distinction for his fight for freedom. For 5 of his 6 years' service, he was Kosciuszko's military aide in all theatres of the war. His veteran's pension was personally signed by George Washington. The fact that Tracy's statue shows the two working together at West Point is poignant. Kosciuszko was described by Thomas Jefferson as the purest son of liberty among you all that I've ever known, the kind of liberty which extends to all. Kosciuszko was anti-slavery, believing it to be immoral. He bequeathed his American estate to buy the freedom of Jefferson's slaves, appointing Jefferson the executor of his American will. Tracy's statue helps show why early 19th century British poets such as Keats, Coleridge and Byron portrayed the man behind Australia's highest summit, Kosciuszko, as a symbol of liberty. Paul Edmund Strzelecki explained why he named the mountain Kosciuszko, stating that although in a foreign country on foreign ground, but among free people who appreciate freedom and its votaries, I could not refrain from giving it the name of Mt Kosciuszko.